Hello everybody, it's Neil and today I'm going to be playing the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. If you're unfamiliar with Ace Attorney, let me tell you one thing about it. It might be my favourite video game franchise out there. It's a series of murder mystery games with very over-the-top characters, wonderful presentation and writing, and it's just... I get obsessed with it. And there's only a few games in the series that I haven't played, this being one of them. There's one, I won't go into detail, there's one that's like Japanese only. I didn't play the Professor Layton crossover game either. Maybe one day though. I've heard good things about this one. Now, if you're not familiar with Ace Attorney, don't worry too much, because one thing I do know, I'm actually going into this pretty spoiler free. I know very little about the game, just bits here and there. One thing that I do know is that it's set in the distant past, so you probably don't need to know much about the rest of the series to be able to enjoy this. The main character is a descendant of the main character of the Ace Attorney series, aka Phoenix Wright. Whether there's other characters that are related to other characters, I don't know. If there's any information or if there's any callbacks to previous games, I'll bring them up and I'll give my commentary throughout. But otherwise, we're just going to sit back and enjoy playing this game. It's going to be a lot of text. I'm not going to read all of it. So if that's what you're after, then you might want to watch a different playthrough. Otherwise, I'm just going to hope that you'll just read along with me in your mind. So let's get on with it. I believe, I could be wrong, I think this is 2 games in one. And each game usually has like 4 or 5 cases.
After opening its doors, a push for cultural transformation brought great waves of Western influence to this far eastern island nation. The revolution washed over the land, making life in the capital exciting and unsettling. It was a period. There's
a Shiba dog down there. That seems to be a thing in Phoenix Wright games. Good old Rocket.
But for one man, the turbulence of that era was just the beginning of an extraordinary story.
Interesting, because I'm pretty sure that's who we play as. Episode 1, The Adventure of the Great Departure. Bienvenue à la Carnival. That's a nice way to present Case 1. Even the typing, the typewriter noise is different. Also, I'm noticing, so I'm assuming those are pictures of judges at the top, just because, especially the one in the middle looks a lot like the judge that's in like virtually every Phoenix Wright game. Does feel like there's, I mean, I assume there are 2 bailiffs, there's normally 2 bailiffs, but I don't know whether that's just the bailiff that we see on the left sort of speaking to us. Does that make sense? Maybe it doesn't. I'll try and be more coherent and more sensible as we play this. I'm really excited. I need to reiterate, this is like my favourite franchise. I absolutely love Ace Attorney. Murderer. My name is... Okay, so I might have difficulty pronouncing some of these names. I'll give it a go. Ryunosuke Naruhodo. Was to say Ryu. So it looks like we've been accused of murder I tell you what, in that cutscene, we didn't see a gun in his hand. If you're used to these games, you just know to like, look out for details like that. That bandana. Our lawyer. So wait, are we going to be playing as this guy? Definitely has the Ace Attorney feel and vibe, doesn't it? Kazuma. Imagine if this was a bluff and it actually was us and we did do it. Like Phoenix Wright games, they like pushing the boat out, they like thinking outside the box with these things. And like I wonder if I'm going to be playing as a murderer. That's how out of the box they get with these kinds of things. It makes you think of every potential possibility. I don't want to say too much about previous games though in case I spoil it, because I really recommend playing them. I believe the original trilogy is on Xbox Game Pass right now, so if you have Xbox Game Pass you can buy in glorious HD the original trilogy. I thoroughly recommend it. Like when I played the first game for Nintendo DS, like I was in a period of depression and that thing just really helped me. It even gave me a bit of confidence because I was figuring stuff out. Interesting. Looks like you're going to get to study abroad at last. I've been forever dreaming of this day. Those government elites have acknowledged my academic achievements and successes in court. But you'll be representing Japan as you immerse yourself in the most sophisticated legal system in the world. Things like this you need to pay attention to because this might end up like coming up in the trial. British Empire? Yes. So I know of one character in this who I imagine is going to be incredibly British. You'll see, like, if he does show up. I don't know if he's just in the one game or in both games or what. I don't know when he'll make an appearance. There's more to Britain than London. as someone who proudly comes from Birmingham, let me tell you that. I've gone to America and they just assume I'm from London. No, I'm not from London. I don't even like London that much. If you are from London, you got offended by what I just said, then tough, deal with it. have a bit of personality like we do in Birmingham. Asogi, may I have a word? This Asogi was the Lady Asogi. Right, so something they often do in these Phoenix Wright games is, you know, the first game happened, and then Phoenix Wright enters the second game, and of course he's already this legendary lawyer. So it's kind of weird to explain how court works to a character that's, you know, so like good at his job. And so he ends up being like getting a head injury and forgetting everything, I think including his own name. And that's just the way they use to teach the new player how this works, how to play it. So I'm wondering if this is something to do with that. About to say, quite the awkward silence. Eugene Mikotoba, Professor of Forensic Medicine. See, I wonder if any of these characters have any kind of relationship to the future characters. I mean, we all know of our favourite forensic scientist from the Ace Attorney series. There should be an option that we can allow us to. There should be an option that allows us to look at the court record, so we can find out information. Okay, so I'll probably miss that. Asogi is probably Kazuma's surname. I was thinking, who's that? I'm excited. I've been waiting to play this game for a long time. Finally getting a chance. Oh. So here we go, there's a lot on the line in this trial. Hey, if I didn't do it, then he will win this trial. The judge will pose a certain question to the defense, and when that happens, you must answer before anyone else. You must say, "I do." Well, we're going to marry the judge. No. Of course not. Yeah, there are two bailiffs. I'm used to playing the classic Phoenix Wright games where like it's just a background and a still image. And so like, you know, a character I guess could be in the background and be sort of like talking to you at the same time. That makes sense. it's nice to see the series grow and evolve, because I mean there are times when I still remember we didn't even know if we were going to get the second game over in Europe, you know, and then the third game. It's like there was some sort of like aversion to it. So to see it progress this far, like, is really heartwarming to me. Kazuma Asogi must not be the defense lawyer in this trial. So we need to defend ourselves. The trial that would decide my destiny. It's very exciting. Oh, I could never do a trial at 9 in the morning. I ain't getting up that early. I'll do an evening trial. Oh. Ryu looks a bit court struck. Supreme Court. No court has more power. Even just the fact that, like, I know it doesn't sound like much considering this is a mundane game. You'd think this would be like the bare minimum, but even just seeing the character's jaw move. Okay, not. Oh, I guess he's thinking there. But yeah, just like from the back. I'm used to the pixel art. You never really see characters from the back. This has to be a secret trial. It's very interesting. Right, before we continue, so you might have seen that other character before the judge appeared. The sort of so usually in each game the first case is like the training level. It's a way to introduce you to how the whole thing works. It's not overly difficult. It's there just to get you used to it. And the prosecutor is always a very boring looking guy called Winston Payne. And there have been a couple of other members of the Payne clan, I suppose, and they all look identical, usually with just like different clothes on, whatever. Of course, even if this is set like, I don't know how far back this is set, 100, 200 years before Phoenix, right? It's still a Payne. Why did I not even consider the fact that we're going to be fighting Ochi Payne? Very, very excited. Judge as well. Every judge has to have a beard. I guess a big beard sort of conveys wiseness, doesn't it? You know, if it was clean shaven, you'd think it's just a guy, but if he has a big, magnificent beard, he's a very wise judge. Yesterday evening, the defence made a last-minute request for a change of advocate. Oh, I mean, I'm tempted to wait and see, but we've got to step up. It's time for us to step up to the plate.
Yes!
This is a far cry from the finger pointing and objection that I'm used to. I really hope that objection actually appears in this game. Aren't we normally on the right, on the left side of the court as well? Maybe it depends on how you look at it. I might be wrong about that. How sad. I mean, that's a fair point. But a win would have reaffirmed the decision.
Objection!
Yeah. Is this going to be the little quiz where we have to go into the court record just to get basic information, just to show we can do it? It's funny how, like, as the series has gone on, these sort of opening cases of these games have gotten more and more complex. Like the very, very, very first Ace Attorney case is so simple, and then like it turns into like 90-minute to 2-hour long trials of gameplay. The opening case. I wonder if that or this one will follow that route. Name of the victim. Oh, I've had that happen to me. Oh, the nerves or anxiety, you just can't get the simplest things right. Press of RB. Very useful to always look through the court record. John Wilson, the victim of the case. If it's any relation to Watson.
Yes!
He looked very English, didn't he, with his bowler hat. The Anglo-Japanese Treaty of Friendship and Navigation. We need something like that in real life. Oh, but of course, our current British government wouldn't be all for it, though, would they? That going to be relevant to the case? Oh, is that our fella in question? How did he lose his life? Right. So we only got 2 pieces of evidence, and one of them is our badge. But here we have the post-mortem report. Now we can press A and actually go into the details. I mean, key things to look at here: died shortly after 2 PM. A single bullet fired at close range. Fatal hemorrhage from pectoral ballistic trauma. No exit wound. Bullet did not pass through the body.
Yes!
Hemorrhagic death. Interesting. So we might not actually get the same level of detail as we get in previous games. But again, this is another very useful piece of information. A picture. We'll probably be relying on this. Let's just take another look at the post-mortem. Single bullet fired at close range. Pectoral trauma. No exit wound. I mean, those look like gunpowder marks, so it probably was at close range. I'm just thinking that steak's got something to do with it. Like, if you've played a Phoenix Wright game before, you'll be like, I know what you mean now. But I don't know. It looks like something we'd serve at my restaurant, by the way. I said that they were serving the same things hundreds of years prior. The victim was shot close range. Normally when a gun is fired at close range, called point blank range, and gunpowder residue often is around the entry hole of the bullet. Doesn't actually appear to be anything super suspicious, I don't think. Our first witness. First witness of the game. Exciting. Yes, we need a Mia. Oh, I love the headband. Ah, we saw him. Right. First thing that comes to mind is he ran in after the shot had happened. He was not there to witness the moment of the murder. It was the immediate aftermath. So let's bear that in mind. We don't always get to see that level of detail when these scenes start. To be honest, usually the opening cutscenes for the first case actually show the murder, so we know who it is. We're going to have to do a bit of investigation for this one, though. Interesting that all the characters are referred to by their surnames. Hosonaga, head waiter at Le Carnival. Oh goodness. It was just after 2 PM on the day in question. Only 3 tables still occupied. So we know there was me. There was the victim. Who else was there? Right, good. At least he's not claiming he saw it happen. Beside him, gun in hand, was the accused student. No, not yes. Shouldn't be shouting no. Did we really have the gun in our hand? I did pick up a gun that I found lying on the floor besides the professor. I didn't shoot him. Oh my word. That was painful. He does look like a vampire, doesn't he? There's no one else around that table. We know there were 3 diners in. So what happened to the other person? I wonder. Oh, it's not always the best thing to do is interject. I mean, if this was the normal game, I would wait till we can cross-examine our witness. And that's when I'd make the point. I assume we get a cross-examination. Oh no. So we can't have the usual way of thinking in this game.
Yes!
Good to know.
Objection!
Interesting, so he's either lying or the lady disappeared. Am I the only one thinking she just dropped and hid under the table after shooting him? Oh, he's nervous, he's hesitant. Now, in the modern Phoenix Wright games, you can physically look at the evidence and like turn it around. I wonder if there's something on the back of that card he doesn't want us to see. That guy needs medical attention. Right, I need to see. Can I... Oh, we can use a that's interesting, magnifying glass. Well, we can't physically turn it over. I wonder if there's a detail on there. I mean, we can see sort of like faded letters, I assume, on the back, but we can't make out what they are. Okay, I'm sure it'll become apparent later. Unsworn witnesses. That's curious. Why would there be a second witness? Apparently we've heard from everyone involved. That's it, Kazuma. Oh, there it is, the first finger point of the game. That's what you need to learn to do, Ryu. And you call me a saint, but I can be a devil when I want to be. Oh dear. Come on then, rookie killer. Show me what you're made of. Show me what you've got. Ah, yes. I forgot about these guys, actually. Great Nippon Imperial Army Sergeant Ayasa Noza. Normally the names are puns. I don't know if they'll be because they're more Japanesey. Also, why we've got two witnesses on at the stand at the same time, that's unusual. About fine articles of antiquity from the effluence of our nation. Curio Korakuta. I know someone like that. Maybe they were looking and inspecting a weapon and it accidentally fired off, but it's like, I don't know, some special weapon. So it looks like it's been fired close up. Probably not. My making sense makes no sense. Do you like his moustache? Attacking a foreigner what can only be described as an act of war, sir. Wait, what was that noise? Was that a baby? Wait, I'm almost sure I heard a strange noise during the last thing he said. Why is that? How come the other guy didn't get a formal testimony? I was ingesting a regulation beefsteak at the restaurant while having a tactical discussion with the old man. Myself, I was extolling the virtues of a particularly fine golden curio to the military gentleman. At that precise moment, a firearm was discharged. That noise. I observed the enemy's actions with my own eyes. The black uniformed varsity cadet fired on the English civilian, and from the back, the cowardly little weasel. I was on my hands and knees investigating the whereabouts of my mysteriously absconded precious curio. He got like a baby strapped to his back or something. An English-made gun next to the chair where the professor was sitting. Ah, so that wasn't the gun. It's either that was the gun we accidentally fired it, or I'm thinking quite simply that wasn't the gun, and that gun is a red herring. But in this game, is there such thing as ballistic markings? Like, is that too modern for it to be in this game? We need to object.
Yes!
The raise of the hand.
Objection!
Yeah, Kazuma's really the dominant force in this courtroom. Oh, he's got a long way to go before he's at Phoenix's level. That was not a very confident desk slam. You've got to know how to desk slam. I was ingesting a regulation beefsteak at the restaurant while having a tactical discussion with the old man. So we can use LB to press on each statement, which would basically ask inquiries about it. And if we think there's a flat out contradiction, we can present evidence.
Yes!
Let's press on this statement. Arg. Got an achievement for pressing.
Yes.
Or from the back. I don't know why I didn't see that sooner. From the back. I don't want to press too much on things, but it's useful for getting information out. Yeah, so I see an inconsistency. Don't hold back. Right. Let's go back to that statement. From the back. I don't think so. I mean, it's right there.
Yes.
This is a very Phoenix Wright thing that's happening. Inconsistency. Yes, the sergeant claims that we shot him from behind, but the picture never lies.
Yes.
Go on, Ryu, spit it out. You have the evidence. Oh, there is a baby! Told you there's a baby. Oh, gee. You screwed up there. A yes and no, so I just realised yes and no in his name. Assuming Uchi AU is the chemical symbol for gold and is wearing a goldish coloured robe. Oh, snap. An achievement for that as well. This is what being an ace attorney is all about. Yeah.
Yes!
So Army Man keep doing that to keep the baby calm. Oh, he mentions that and the sergeant looks away. Hmm. Further testimony. I don't know, sir. I don't know, sir. Oh, I get it. I don't know, sir. Yeah, wait, what was it? What was his name again? Yes, sir? Yes, sir. No, sir. I finally got it. No, sir. He's an army guy. No, sir. Oh, goodness. Used to love a windmill as a kid. Even if what I saw wasn't the precise moment the firearm was discharged, it's almost the same thing. Yes, pointing his gun at the foreign man, he was, that young lad in the black. That much I myself did see. Furthermore, a visual search of the premises at the time confirmed that we were the only personnel present. Indeed, alone he was, the Englishman, dining all by himself. Therefore, no one other than the black uniformed cadet could dispatch the Englishman. Over and out. Let me check that photo one more time. I mean... like... you would expect that potentially there could have been 2 glasses on the table if there was another person. That's not clear in the photo.
Yes! Objection!
I haven't seen any evidence of this woman though. Fantasies. Right, here we go. I mean, it doesn't seem to be any evidence. Bottle of carbonated water and a steak lunch. Wonder if Angel Star was the woman. In brackets, Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney 1 reference. I mean, everything seems to be pointing to the fact he was alone. Maybe we've already met the woman? I.e., was someone dressed as the woman? Why is the waiter coughing up blood? Like, these are the sort of questions you have to ask in a game like this. Wait. Takatsuchi Uchi. That's not Winston Payne. Oh, there's the Phoenix Wright. Everything's going to go tits up face. Stand tall, it's not over yet. I thought that was Mia. I think we'll be doing a lot of pressing. Sometimes you do need to press every statement before you can continue.
Yes!
But we'll press the most relevant ones to start with. But wait, did we pick it up and then the fire happened? The gunshot. If that's the case, then we're like, there's two guns. Appreciate the light coming from the lanterns, by the way. It's all animated and everything, and also the what would you call them? Inside the columns. Like if you look at like the supporting beams of the back wall, there's like a golden square, and inside that golden square is a circle. That looks exactly like the attorney badge that they use in the modern games. I just finished drinking my coffee. I was about to leave the restaurant. I noticed a gun on the floor at Dr. Wilson's feet. I picked it up in that exact moment. A gunshot rang in my ears.
Yes!
It seems to be the big thing right now, is where was that woman?
Objection!
Ah. Potter Clinic. Wait, like, was it Dr. Hottie or something like that? Was it the Madman Doctor? Very similar names. Don't get trust in that doctor. 19th of November, noon to past 1 PM. Wait, was it 19th of November? I thought it was the 20th. No, it was 19th. Fair. Absolutely.
Yes!
Yes. I do like the hand raising.
Objection!
Now, was he trying to make sure it didn't enter the court record because there's a contradiction? Why wouldn't you submit more evidence? Right, let's have a look. Oh, we can't actually inspect it. Looks like there's a stamp on it. alone he was, dining all by himself.
Yes!
I mean, it certainly seems like he was on his own in the picture, doesn't it? Absolutely, they could all be lying. So obviously something far greater going on here. Oops, I was meant to press that. Okay, we got some new information. Oh, there we go. I was on the right line, so I wanted to examine it. Yes, we can inspect it. I'd be interested to see what I could possibly find. It's going to be something that breaks the case open. So required for every visit. Dr. John Wilson, Hotter Clinic. Ah. Something there on the back. Dentist. Right, let's examine this first. Oh, I like the characters appearing. I assume the stamp is included in that conversation. Okay, so we can just skip through it. Long-term treatment. Very exciting. It's going to be what's on the inside, what's underneath that flap. It's going to break the case wide open. Oh, we got a achievement for thoroughly examining the car. Here we go. Medical history. Entry for the day Professor was killed. Extraction of molar with topical anesthesia. Now, is it going to say that you shouldn't eat afterwards? And isn't that going to perhaps point to the fact that the steak perhaps wasn't his, the steak was the other person's, and he actually had no food. Just jump into conclusions. Because if I just had a tooth out, I would not be eating steak straight away. Here we go, this is it. Strictly no food or drink besides water for 3 hours. Yeah. There we go, it's things like that. It looks like there's no hope, we just found a little nugget. Right, now the trick is what statement do we press on? Sometimes it can be really obvious which one. Other times it can be a little less obvious which statement to press. Dining all by himself. So I think it's that statement there, dining all by himself. Let's try. Get ready. Yes! I still love that. Just blurt it out, Ryu.
Objection!
Oh, it's never irrelevant. Just tell him he's an idiot. You're an idiot, Uchi. Play a record. That's it, make him sweat. There we go, that's a death slam. That's how you do it. Expertly done. Yeah.
Objection!
Want me pain? I'm gonna give you some pain now. I'm gonna extract your molar.
Objection!
Haha. The turnabout begins. Well, it's not going to be the victim. We've established that. It wasn't me, because we'd have known that. I don't think the two witnesses would have been eating a steak that was at the table of the victim. It's got to be the woman.
Objection! Yes!
Oh, Kazuma. Oh dear. Yes, lying on the stand. There we go, just say you never saw the gentlewoman. That's what they told us. And there's the proof.
Objection!
One simple slip of the tongue is all it takes. Well, there's definitely more to this than meets the eye. I mean, they threatened that he couldn't go to Great Britain if he stood trial, because they probably thought he would win. So this has got to have come from the higher ups. Re-examine everything. I mean, who even is here? Goodness, who do I pick? I mean, I can't even check the evidence. Should I have looked before? Right, well, it's obviously not going to be these two folk. It's not going to be the victim. Unless he was planning to die before this happened. Surely it's not going to be the head waiter. He's going to have no power or influence. Right, besides the prosecution, so it's not going to be the prosecutor. So, is it going to be Eugene? I mean, that could be Kazuma. Sure, it's the only person it could be, but I'm not even... Is he affiliated? I mean, he's with the Imperial Yumi University. That's not going to have that level of power, is it? Oh, there's nothing I can do. I can't. Let's take a chance. Probably got it wrong. Right, now I can actually have a look at this stuff. Let's just take a look. Right, the medical report card. Don't think there's going to be anything on there that we haven't already seen. I've got a feeling maybe the waiter isn't the waiter. I mean, he did say some interesting there. How would it feel to not feel pain? We've watched the guy cough up blood and brush it off really easily. Crime scene photo. There's nothing there, is there really? I'm sorry, but you know what's interesting to me? He's been eating that with a knife and fork, right? Why does a steak have a mouth-shaped bite coming out of it? You know, that like, surely you wouldn't cut up a steak like with a curve, would you? And also, why would you have a butter knife to eat the steak? Like, that looks exactly like something that comes out of my restaurant with more vegetables on. You'd have a steak knife. Oh, we can turn around the waiter's business card. Chief Inspector. Oh, we couldn't turn it around before. That's why I didn't think of it. There's the clue. I wish I'd inspected before. Like, it wouldn't let me access the court record when I had to pick. I was hoping I could do it then, but I couldn't. Okay, right, well, we know we got that wrong. I don't blame myself for that. It wouldn't let me inspect. stuff. So we have to take the hit here. At least we got to see what it looks like getting something wrong. Oh my god. But he really makes me wince in pain sometimes. Well, I'm glad I did that just so I get that reference, since it's clearly based on Winston Payne. So I was only accusing your mentor. Right, skip through all this again. We know what it was. I reckon it's this guy.
Yes!
Osanaga-san, the
Attention!
waiter. He's no waiter. Don't you poppycock me.
Yes!
Yes. For a minute then I was like, oh no, I put the wrong piece of evidence. It's the front of the back of the card. Turn the card over. Very, very suspicious, eh? Big mistake. I mean, my gut still says that the third person there, the third party, is still probably the murderer. I don't think this guy did it. Especially because we saw him run out of the kitchen as well at the time. Phantom woman. Gisele Brett? Giselle Brett?
Objection!
Oh, the judge is a badass. Oh no, just keep rolling into everything.